Not too long ago, we took on Byron's son, Roke, and he made a huge blunder by not starting with Tyranitar to set up the Sandstorm, so let's hope Byron could do better. Anyway, he leads with Bronzong, which is good defenses, so it could potentially survive a Flamethrower. And if it does, then I don't know what it can go for. I mean, the last time I fought it, it had both Light Screen and Reflect, which would have screwed me over had it did set up one of those screens. Well, if Bronzong does survive my Flamethrower, let it be because its defenses are just that good, or maybe it's because its ability is heatproof. Well, only one way to find out. Okay, since Bronzong's pretty slow, I'm more than likely gonna go first. Alright, hopefully Bronzong dies to his Flamethrower, because if it doesn't, then as I said, I don't know what it can go for. Worst case scenario, it has either Reflect, or Light Screen, or both. Light Screen worries me the most since Byron's team will definitely benefit from that. Alright, good, Bronzong goes down in one hit. Okay, what is the next Pokemon? Steelix? Well, I don't see any reason why I should switch since Steelix is really slow, and that means it's not going to get to hit me with an Earthquake, and that also means I'm free to kill it with a Flamethrower. Now, had Bronzong survived Flamethrower and then went for Light Screen, assuming it had that move that is, yeah, Light Screen would definitely benefit Steelix. 200 base defense, plus the Light Screen to back it up, that means I would probably have to switch out Heatran to avoid it getting killed by Earthquake. And Steelix goes down. Yeah, no surprise, since its special defense isn't all that good. Aggron? I believe the last time I fought it, I said that I was holding a Focus Sash, but this time around, that's not the case. So that means I'm free to kill it with Earth Power. Although the information I read about online back when I was fighting at the gym, I'm not really sure if what I read was really accurate. Well, all that matters is it's going to die to an Earth Power since it has a quad weakest to ground type attacks. And Aggron goes down. Alright, what is the next Pokemon? Bastiodon? The last time I fought it, I said that it had Metal Burst and no Focus Sash. But this time around, it still has Metal Burst and it is holding a Focus Sash. So I'm going to use Dark Pulse because if it does go for Metal Burst, maybe it won't do so much. Who knows? Maybe I can get this thing to flinch. Okay, not this time. Alright, here comes Metal Burst. Alright, how much is it gonna do? Okay, not that much damage. Okay, now that's not at full HP. The Focus Sash is not going to save it. So that means I'm free to kill it with an Earth Power. Yeah, getting killed by a Metal Burst, yeah, that has happened before. And yeah, I did learn my lesson. So yeah, I just had to damage it a little bit. So that way I could negate the effects of the Focus Sash. Fortress. Okay, I assume that it's going to set up entry hazards. Well, Fortress is pretty slow, so that means it's not going to get a chance to do that. So that means it's going to die to a Flamethrower. Good thing this isn't a future Pokemon game, otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty sure Fortress would have the chance to do that since 30 would prevent it from dying in one hit. And Fortress goes down. Yeah, no surprise there. Okay, what is the next Pokemon? Magnezone? Well, I can go with either Flamethrower or Earth Power. Well, okay, I guess I'll go with Earth Power since Magnezone has a quad weakness to ground type attacks. I was expecting him to have a Skarmory because I believe he starts off with Skarmory when you face him again in Platinum. Oh well. And Magnezone goes down. Okay, only took a minor hit from Metal Burst. Well, good thing I didn't go with Earth Power right from the get-go, otherwise Heatran would have died from that. Okay, anything else you're gonna say? Yeah, it came up short again. Although, you could have gotten me with Metal Burst. Yeah, maybe you should. That's too embarrassing. What? How's it embarrassing? Sheesh, what is wrong with this family? Next up, we got Candace, a user of Ice types. And speaking of Ice types, there was a Mighty Baxcalibur event in Scarlet and Violet not too long ago that's starting up again. Once again, I'll put a link in the move description to give you all the details about it, as well as Pokemon I used to fight that thing, and Pokemon you should use to fight that thing. Anyway, Candace leads with the Bomb of Snow, which is just going to set up the Hail and nothing else. One Flamethrower, and it's going to go down one hit since it doesn't have any stats over 100, and also it has a quad weakness to Fire type attacks. Yeah, there's just no other way to put it. I mean, at least give it a Focus Sash or something, so that way it can do something instead of dying in one hit. Otherwise, it's just complete death fodder. I think I said the exact same thing back when I fought it at the gym. Alright, next Pokemon, yeah, I don't have to wait for its HP bar to fall to 0 because it just sucks that much. Alright, what is the next Pokemon after Heatran takes damage from the Hail? It is Mamoswine. Back at the gym, I think I said that its ability is Thick Fat, so I'm gonna go with Palkia. Although, maybe I can try and outspeed it with Heatran and go with Flamethrower. But the problem with that is, Thick Fat's gonna reduce the damage from Flamethrower, and then Mamoswine's gonna kill Heatran with Earthquake, and I don't want that to happen. So Palkia it is. Okay, there are a few noticeable things about Mamoswine. It's pretty high attack stat, 130 across the board, and it's not so impressive special defense, so yeah, it looks like it's not gonna survive this Surf. And Mamoswine goes down. Alright, what is the next Pokemon after Palkia takes damage from the hail? Weavile? Well, looks like I'm going to take a hit from that thing because that thing is pretty fast. But on the other hand, its defenses aren't all that good. Well, whatever it has, hopefully it doesn't harm Heatran too much. Okay, what's Weavile going to do? Low kick? Ouch, that's going to hurt. Heatran weighs quite a bit, so yeah, low kick is going to hurt a lot. Oh, yep, that was a lot of damage. As for Weavile, it's going to die since, as I said, its defenses aren't all that good. And no, it's not holding a focus sash, in case you were wondering. And Weavile goes down. Okay, that's half of Candace's team down already. Alright, what is the next Pokemon? Kinda wish I had an Ice type of my own, so that way I could avoid taking damage from the hail. But doesn't matter because the hail's not damaging me too much. Walrein? Here. I'm going to risk it with Shaman because, Land Shaman has a bit more defenses than Sky Shaman, so if I miss with the Seed Flare, then hopefully I can take whatever Ice-type move this thing has. Alright, good. Seed Flare connects. Oh yeah, I believe Walrein's holding a Wakan Berry, which is the reason why I didn't go with Palkia and use Thunderbolt, because I don't think Thunderbolt would have done that much because of the Wakan Berry. And Walrein goes down. Alright, what is the next Pokemon? I believe she only has 2 Pokemon left. It is... Oh yeah, that's right, I put the leftovers on Shaman. Okay, so at least that's gonna recover the damage I took from the hail. Glaceon? How about I go with Dialga, so that way I can spread the experience points around. I believe I said that Glaceon gets Snow Cloak, so yeah, hopefully its ability doesn't screw me over. If so, then I don't know what this thing could possibly go for. Oh, wow, right as I said. Earth Power? Oh, shit, I didn't see that coming. Okay, hopefully Dialga can take that. Okay, that was over 100 damage. Okay, let's try and nail a Flash Cannon again. Okay, good thing I didn't send out Heatran because I'm pretty sure that... What? Again? I miss again? Twice in a row? Come on, what are the odds of that? Okay, I better hit this thing soon, otherwise I'm gonna die. Okay, I can't take another Flash Cannon, and I guess I can take, like, 1 or 2 more hits from the hail. Come on, please hit this time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I don't think Glaceon's defenses are all that good, so hopefully it dies to this Flash Cannon. If not, then looks like I'm gonna die. Oh boy, Snow Cloak works wonders for Pokemon like Glaceon. And good thing it went down. Okay, I don't think the hail's gonna kill me, so looks like Dialga's gonna stay alive. Okay, next Pokemon, Frostlass. Alright, I have no other option. I'm gonna go with Heatran. Well, even though Frostlass's ability is Levitate, still, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be faster than Dialga, and I don't want it to die, so I have to go with Heatran for this one. Yeah, see, like that. Yeah, had I kept Dialga in, it definitely would have died to the Shadow Ball. Oh, it's only the Life Orb? Okay, I did not remember that. Okay, since Frostlass is pretty frail, it's not going to survive this Flamethrower, and looks like this battle is as good as won. Yeah, it looks like I had horrible luck with Snow Cloak, but as I said, it works wonders for Pokemon like Glaceon. Pokemon I don't really consider good. Okay, I managed to get out of this battle alive, just barely, because, yeah, Dialga was on the verge of dying. Okay, anything else you're going to say? Okay, good luck with that. And lastly, we got Volkner, the gym leader of Sunny Shore City. However, just because we're down to the last gym leader, doesn't mean we're done with this place. we still have to fight Marley and Buck. And there's still the matter of that gauntlet I'm going to do later on. Oh yes, off screen I gave Heatran the expert belt specifically to take on Luxray, knowing that Giratina's Earthquake won't kill it in one hit because of Intimidates. Anyway, Volkner leads with Jolteon. However, when I fought it at the gym, it was holding a Focus Sash, but this time around, it's not. Why? I have no idea. To me, the Focus Sash is the best item for Jolteon to be holding because it can at least do something instead of dying in one hit. And I'm surprised I'm going first because Jolteon is pretty fast. Well, I guess my level advantage has something to do with it. Okay, Jolteon's defenses aren't all that good, so it's gonna die to his Earthquake. And down it goes. Yeah, it's a no chance. Alright, what is the next Pokemon after Giratina gains a level? Luxray? Okay, let's see if I can one-shot Luxray using Heatran's Earth Power. Oh yes, just a reminder, in this game only, Luxray is Electric Dark. Yeah, that's also the reason why I didn't want to keep Giratina in, because knowing that Earthquake's not going to kill Luxray in one hit because of Intimidate, I also risk having Giratina take a super effective Dark-type move to the face. I'm not really sure what Dark-type moves this Luxray has. I'm assuming Crunch, so yeah, I just want to keep Giratina out of harm's way. Okay, is Earth Power going to one-shot this thing? Alright, Luxray goes down. Well, not that it would have mattered anyway, because I don't think Luxray had anything threatening to hit Heatran with. Alright, what is the next Pokemon? Rotom? Wash Form, no doubt. Okay, let's see if I can one-shot it with Seed Flare. Well, if Seed Flare misses, then I guess that's okay, because I don't think Wash Form Rotom has anything threatening to hit Shaman with. Although, if this thing has something like, say, I don't know, Will-O-Wisp, then I can just switch out so that way the burn will go away, thanks to Natural Cure. And Wash Rotom goes down. Okay, last time I fought him, he had 2 Rotoms. Okay, here comes the other one. Heat Rotom, no doubt. Okay, I'm going to send out Palkia. You know, I seem to recall that in a previous version of Renegade Platinum, when I fought Volkner a second time, I think he had just 2 regular Rotoms, and I was kind of disappointed because, well, just facing 2 regular Rotoms, come on, how about some variety? Okay, I think last time I fought Heat Rotom, it burned my Gastrodon, but this time it's not going to do anything because Palkia is a lot faster than Gastrodon. Alright, what is the next Pokemon? Raichu? How about I go with Giratina? I was thinking maybe I can go with Heatran, but then again, Raichu might have Focus Blast, and that could possibly harm Heatran a lot. So, Giratina it is. Okay, I thought I was going to go first because, yeah, I guess Raichu is kind of fast. But once again, I guess it's the level advantage. Okay, so Earthquake going to take down Raichu in one hit. Alright, good. Raichu goes down. Alright, what's the next Pokemon? Electivire? Are we down to his last Pokemon already? Oh, okay, yes we are. Okay, I believe this thing knows Ice Punch, so if it does hit me, then... Oh, okay, I'm going first again. Okay, I had no idea that my level advantage was that good to the point where I was able to outspeed most of... actually, not most of Faulkner's team. All of Faulkner's team. And since Electivire's defenses aren't all that good, it's going to go down one hit. Wow, I got through this entire fight without taking damage. That's strange. Well, admittedly, I was expecting to take a hit from some of Faulkner's Pokemon, like, say, Jolteon or Electivire. Okay, good to know. Okay, I think this is a good stopping point, so next time, we're going to fight the last 2 trainers in here, and move on to do something else. See you next time.